Hey there, I'm Lance and I'm a gamer.
And I'm Sam and I'm a non-gamer.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to help gamers find great games to play with non-gamers.
And today we're taking a look at Xiberius.
And we do want to thank the creators of Xiberius for sponsoring this video. Now in this game, you are going to control one of the 4 tribes that you see us holding here. You've got the humans, you've got the undead, you've got the orcs, and you have the guardians. And what you'll be doing in this game is trying to eliminate, exterminate, wipe off the board all the other opponents till you are the last tribe standing. Let's take a look at it down below and then we'll come back and share our thoughts on it as a gamer and non-gamer. All right, here's Xiberius on the table. Let me show you guys how this exterminate and wipe your opponent off the map game is going to play and work. But first, let me show you the components here. We've got 4 different tribe boards, as you can see here in the different colors. You have the orcs, the guardians, the undead, and the humans. Now, there are some similarities that you're going to find with all 4 tribes, and that is that you have these unique boards that are going to hold all of your different tokens, as well as the map board, which is going to make up the playing surface for this game. And then you also have your dice here. Your board holds your 5 dice for your different tribe. And so each player is going to have their own tribe, and inside this board there are going to be lots of different tokens. The main things being that you have cities of 3 different values. You've got wood, metal, and gold, and then you have your units, and your units come in 3 different levels as well, increasing in abilities and stats, and then you have your money down here on the bottom. And so how this is going to work, you're going to put out your boards here, and they're going to make up a shape for however many players you have in the game. And so in a 2-player game, it would look something, let me get these situated here, it would look something like this. And so having the board situated, now we would put one of our wood cities, and the wood cities are the cities that are in the bottom corner here again. And so we would take one of our wood cities and we would place it down here in the city that starts in the corner of the map, and the other player would do the same on their map, and we would start with 5 gold. Now on your turn, you normally get gold by your cities, and this city down here, this wooden city, produces 1 gold. Let me get that in focus, as printed on the city. And so if I have more cities on the map, they're going to give me more gold. You can see that the metal city gives me 2 gold, whereas the gold city gets me 3 gold. And then also, if I have a unit on the mine here, that's going to give me 1 additional gold. And I can control this mine over here as well and get another gold that way. So I can increase the number of gold I produce on a turn, but the most gold I can ever have is 6. And what I'm using my gold on my turn, I'm going to be paying to deploy these units. On the back side of these tokens is how much it costs to be able to deploy this mermaid here, which the mermaid is able to pass over water and other units. Normally you cannot go through water, but the mermaid can. And so you are going to be spending your gold to be able to put out your units, and your units have to go into a city that you control. And you would just simply flip over a token to indicate that you have spent it. So that's something you might do on your turn. Another thing you could do on your turn is move, and your units are able to move this number of spaces, and you do have to do all of your movement at once. You don't have to move that number of spaces, but you can move up to that number. Another thing that you are going to be doing in this game is attacking opponents. And so how attacks work, you typically need to be adjacent unless you have range on a particular unit. So this unit here has a range of 4, and so you can be within 4 spaces and still attack a unit. And what you are looking at, you're going to count this number right here, so 2, and then let me get that in focus, 2, and then if there are any dice printed next to that number, that's how many dice you get to roll. And attackers do have to roll their dice first, and so in this case, I have a total of 5, 2 plus the 3 swords on the die. And then the defender would roll if they had any dice. And so this case, it would be 3 plus whatever they end up rolling. And whoever rolls higher is going to win the attack. So in this case, he got a blank, and so he's a 3 to my 5, and I have defeated him, and he comes off the board. It's that simple. Now, if I had lost the battle and he had beaten me, then I would come off the board, and he would remain out there. That's all there is to combats. Now, you can attack with multiple units if you have people there to be able to do that. I could also attack with range with this particular unit. However, if I lose this attack in which I've got multiple people attacking him, that's called an ambush attack, then all of my units are going to come off the board. So there is a risk when you do that. You really want to make sure that you are going to win that. Now, some other things that you will want to do throughout the game, you want to control these spots on the board, as that's going to increase your rolls by 1 for attacking and defending. You will want to upgrade your cities. You can pay the gold that is listed on the city above the one you're upgrading. So if I want to upgrade a wood city to a metal city, I need to pay 2 coins. And the reason why I might do that is because it gives me more gold each turn. But cities also roll dice whenever you are defending. So ultimately, you not only want to take out your other opponents, but you also want to destroy their cities and wipe everything of theirs off of the board. That's how you win this game. You got to be the last person remaining in this game. And so the bigger your cities are, the more dice they get to roll in defense. And that's the gist of the game. Move about the board, wipe out your enemies, remove them off the city through combat, invade their cities, destroy their cities. You can also move to teleport spots on the board, to teleport to other teleport spots on other boards, and that's the gist of it. You can only move north, south, east, and west unless you're going along a road that is diagonal, and then you can move diagonally. But otherwise, that's all there really is to this game. Do check out a full rules explanation, a how to play video that we have done on here on Love to Hate by clicking the I in the top right corner, and that will tell you how to play this particular game. Let me get the cover back out here. This is Zabirius. Let's go back up top and share our thoughts on this one. And we're back, and now we're going to share our thoughts on Zabirius from a gamer and non-gamer's perspective. So Sam, this is a game that we had not really, a genre of game that we've not really featured a whole lot on our channel. Dudes on a map trying to wipe out, exterminate other people. It's kind of like Risk, if you're familiar with the old classic game, but you've never played Risk before. So this is kind of your first really experience in this genre of games.
We've had a couple war type games.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah. But what did you think about Zabirius?
As far as the game is concerned, I thought it was, pretty good. It was easy for a non-gamer to learn. I think that the fact that you can lose your pieces, but then you can play them again, helps. It's not like your person dies and, you know what I mean?
Totally gone, or it takes you 5 turns to get them back.
You just have to have the money to pay for them.
Right.
But overall, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward game. They make it very easy. The board is easy to understand. All the information for your people are right here on the back.
Yeah.
But I think the best part of this game is just the package that it comes in. The fact that, this is the game.
Yeah.
There's no box.
Right.
On the back of there is the
map.
The map, the board, and then everything you need is here, the dice. And I love that. I think that that's just really cool. It's great for traveling. It's great to just stuff somewhere.
Stuff right up in here.
Yeah. And so I love it just because they made it so accessible.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It is extremely accessible. The setup for this game is next to nothing, because you take it off the shelf and you pull the cover off of it and you're ready to go, because everything you need is already in its spot.
Yeah.
And so that's really nice. Anytime I can get a game to the table and I don't have to spend a whole lot of energy setting it up, it's going to get to the table more often than other games. And this is a game that is very straightforward enough so that I could play this with our kids. In fact, it's marketed to be played with kids. And
maybe
so
not the undead part.
Yeah, I know, the humans and the guardians, the good guys. But no, it is definitely something that I think is geared for families. The front cover here talks about how it's educational and improves counting and reading skills. this is a game that I think you can break into that genre of not necessarily wargaming, but dudes on a map moving around trying to exterminate people, and I think that's a cool idea. But then you've also got the economy part of it too, because you want to be wise about how you're spending your coins, and I think that's a good thing to be playing with kids. Is you could spend all your coins now and get one big dude, or you could diversify and get lots of little dudes, and that would help you out later on and staying alive. There's things like that just, I think kids can get out of gaming early on, and this is a game that can teach them that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So, straightforward enough with the rule set that you were able to enjoy it and play and
usually
compete.
I'm not very good at strategy on war type games. Not that we've played a lot, but I think that the spaces being as large as they are, there's just not that much area to move, and I think that's a good thing. It's not taking 3 turns before you're coming upon somebody and battling it out. It's usually every other turn at least that you're having to do something, and I appreciate that. I don't like having to halfway through the game and you're like halfway through the field.
Right, yeah, no, this is definitely geared towards wrapping things up quickly. This is not going to be like Risk, where it would go on for 3 days. This is going to be...
Who would play that?
No, but this is going to be a game where you are going to have battles constantly, and you are going to be knocking people off of the map, and then it's over. And so feelings aren't going to get too hurt or bent out of shape because you blew my guy up, because it's so quick and easy and over. Unless if you're Sam, and then you're going to get real mad.
I've lost every game this week, guys. I haven't won a game in weeks.
I'll throw her a bone or something. No, seriously though, this is a game that you're going to be wrapping games up in 30 minutes, maybe an hour, depending on how many players. If you play 4 players, then it will be a little bit longer, but 2-player games are going to be pretty quick. So I enjoyed it. It's an interesting game, and as I understand it, there are going to be more tribes coming in the near future, and with each tribe you're going to have different abilities, different characters to be playing as, and so you do want to be on the lookout for that. So we'll include the link to the website for Xaberius and this game so that you can get signed up to be notified about all of that new information when it becomes available. Leave us some comments down below. Let us know what you think about this particular game.
And make sure to like and subscribe and push that bell button so you get notifications of all our new content.
I'm Lance.
I'm Sam.
And we are Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.